All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to Yahweh on the four winds, pushing the truth and sincerity. All right, as you can see, the topic is we are not Africans. All right, so I got some little bows right here. It say, they teach us blacks so blacks. In the school systems and just being raised up, they teach us that we are African and that Africans sold each other. But in this video, you're going to see that, it's not true. It say, even the white man know we not Africans, but he'll tell you that you're African so that you don't go looking for your identity, because he took it upon himself to call himself a Jew, because he know that if you go back and find out what's going on, you will know that Esau is a liar. But let's get right into it. This is Exodus 11:7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know that the Lord put a difference between Egyptians and Israel. All right, so shall not a dog move his tongue. So you know that the Bible and the Most High refers to Esau and all other nations as dogs. And it says, shall not a dog move his tongue. So he can't speak or say nothing against man or beast. All right? That ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. And the Egyptians go back to Africans. So the Most High put a difference. He split. It's a separation, like I got in the bold. It's a separation between Africans and Israelites. All right, and as you can see, I got an example. It say the movie Sugar Hill, because on the movie Sugar Hill with Wesley Snipes, it was a scene where Wesley Snipes and his brother went to go do like a cocaine deal or whatever with some Hamites, and the Hamites was like, no, Akata, and that's what they call us. They call us Akata, and Wesley Snipes was like the Hamite kept saying it or whatever, and Wesley Snipes was like what is this Akata shit you talking about? Like, what's going on? And the Hamite was like, he said, black cotton pickers, and that's what they refer to us as, black cotton pickers, bro. And that's an insult, because they know, and they call us they say Akata because they know that they weren't the ones picking cotton and that they sold us. Africans feel that we are inferior to them, when really and truly is the other way around. All right, so I had went into the Bible dictionary and went into Ham, and that Ham was one of Noah's sons. It said that Ham, Noah's youngest son, born 96 years before the flood, and on the eighth, and it said and one of the 8 people to live through the flood, he became a progenitor, a forefather, or like a leader of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, former African Ethiopians, former African Libyans, former Africans, and Canaanites, former Africans. All right, and then right here it say, speaking how we migrated in their land in 70 BC, Titus and Vespasian, and that's in the Timbuktu. And the white man wrote these books, so he telling you that he know that we not Hamites. All right, but in 70 BC, we fled into Africa from the Roman persecution. All right, and this is Matthew, and we went lived amongst them for a certain amount of time, and then they rounded us up, and what have you. They rounded us up. Them and Ishmael rounded us up, and they sold us to the European buyers, which is Esau. All right, for guns and wine. All right, and it's a thing called the triangular slave trade. They tell you that Africans sold Africans, and nah. If you trade somebody or you sell somebody, it has to be more than just that one person. All right. So it was a triangle slave trade. It was the Africans, and Ishmael, and the European buyers. All right. And why would they round up their own people? Okay. They got a video on YouTube. I wish I can had displayed in the video that it was a Hamite saying that he knew that we wasn't the same people as them, and that he said, what he was saying, he said, I call you inferior, I call you filthy animals, and we don't want to ever see you in our land again, or some of that nature. And he was like, they used to cut our heads off or something like that and eat them and like all kind of stuff, man. So like they hate us, and they know that we not the same people, all right? And that's why they rounded us up and sold us, all right? And another reason of how you can tell that we are not, because some Africans, when they bathe and they wash themselves in piss. What Negro, hey, let's go wash ourselves in piss? No, he gonna look at you like you crazy, cause it's just in him to not do that. You know what I mean? What Negro, a Negro will get mad if you spit on him. Like, he'd be ready to kill you. All right? Let alone washing himself in piss. Like, we are not the same people. And Africans, they engrave in their skin and do tribal marks on their faces. Negroes not finna do that. All right, but this is Matthew 24:15. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in holy place, whoso read it, let him understand. All right, so there's Matthew 24:16. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. So this was when we fled into their land. All right. Why did we flee into their land from up above when we flee from the Roman persecution? Because that's what we were fleeing from. All right. Why did we flee into Africa? Because we look just like them. The same place that Yahweh Shah fled to when he was a baby with his mother and them. Because they looked alike. We look like them, but we not them. All right, so we fled into Africa to blend in. All right, so this is right here, African participation in slave trade. This is something I had read up on the internet. I just copied and pasted. It said Africans themselves played a role in the slave trade. The Africans that participated in the slave trade sold their captives or prisoners to European buyers, and I put in parentheses Esau. Selling captives was common among Africans and Arabs, Ishmael, because that's who rounded us up and sold us. Hebrews that were sold were from neighboring or enemy ethnic groups. All right, different bloodlines. It said these captives were not considered as a part of the ethnic group or tribe and kings, so we wasn't a part of them. And I had like put dashes and I type basically saying that we not a part of the Africans, and they knew that we were different, so instead of killing us, they sold us. All right, this is Exodus 1:13. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel serve with rigor. And I went into the word rigor, and it mean harshness, severity, and cruelty. So basically hard bondage. It say Exodus 1:14, and they made their lives bitter with hard bondage in mortar and in brick. Like the stuff that we was building and everything. And it say in all manner of service in the field, all the service wherein they made them serve was with rigor. So basically going into how they was whipping us and making us serve hard bondage. So sum it all up, We're not Africans. We are completely two different people. And when I read what Ham basically explaining that was their forefather and the lineage that they come from. All right, we come from the line of Shem. So it's different. We are not the same people. All right. I hope this was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, double honors to the apostles, the elders, the great millstone, and salutations to you, Occupants on the four winds, pushing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.